So Nahki, playoff semi-final for Sheffield United. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's amazing to know we've finally done it. Really excited. Kind of soaked it all in now, and pretty much looking forward to what's a really important football game for this football club.
Amazing scenes when you guys found out the playoff spot was secured with the fans, but the job certainly isn't finished just yet, is it?
Yeah, no, the job's far from done. Of course, we know that's just one foot in the door. Yeah, amazing scenes, very, very different to probably other clubs. I think, as you can see, how special of a moment it was for the football club and for us as players. And to have to find out and kind of wait on other results, it's part of it, but it was an exciting way to find out. It was a moment where we were all together, fingers crossed, looking to the Lords for it to go our way. And thankfully, when the sound rang out in the crowd, we kind of knew that we had done it, and it was almost like a big relief.
As always with the Championship, there's highs and lows across the 46-game season. But you always believed as a group that you were capable of getting in that top six.
Yeah, this season I would definitely say it's been a real belief. I mean, the manager's done well to kind of not look too far ahead and try and be as present going throughout the season, but there's been an internal pressure that we put on ourselves to try and perform as consistent as possible, to try and grow on from last season. And obviously now we finished mid-table. If you can build from that, then you're always knocking on potentially the playoffs. And it hasn't been smooth sailing. It's been ups and downs. I think the good thing is when we've had it down, we've kind of bounced back the season. It's never been a consecutive, apart from 2 fixtures prior to this, but it's never been a consecutive run of 4 fixtures of poor results. And we've found ways to not get too high when it's high and not get too low when it's lows. And, in the Championship, it is about consistency and it is about the next fixture. And I'll say that's been a real pro to our season this season.
It sounds cliche and people might not believe that people act on it, but it really has been treated as 46 cup finals from the first week. How did the manager instill that kind of mentality in you guys?
Yeah, it's something subconsciously he's just drip feeding to us. We don't even know it. It's without having to say it's a cup final. It's almost been treated that way every fixture. Before every presentation, he'll point to the number and it'll be match day 32, cup final 32. We play this game, we play the occasion, we worry about the next game. But it's now, and that message is very, very influential. When if you kind of get fixated with what's going on next, or you're not present in the moment, every 1% makes a difference. And this Championship's a grueling, tough league, and if you're off at 1%, you get found out. And this season we've been very consistent in that regard. So yeah.
On a personal note, 10 goals for you this season. Are there any goals or moments for you personally that stand out?
I mean, no matter how many goals you score, every goal you get that same amazing feeling. Whether it's last minute winner, or a deflection off your bomb and it goes in, because that's just the feeling you get as a goal scorer. But for me, I don't know, Norwich away felt amazing, because it felt like that was the goal that would solidify us to win. Going 1-0 up against West Brom at home, because I always felt that was a real 6 point. I always felt that we was pushing another team out of the equation to try and get in those positions that we wanted. So maybe West Brom. It was a good goal. It was a really important goal. Obviously, they went on to score a few minutes later, and then Hayden Roberts got the shine at the end, which was the most important goal in probably our season this year. But yeah, it was a good one, because I really felt like the goal would have a real impact on our season.
That West Brom game kind of epitomises what this kind of second half of the season run's been. But even in that game, the chips might have been down, but you rallied in that game, and you rallied throughout the whole season. How did you, as a group, keep rallying every week when things maybe weren't going your way?
Yeah, it's just a real good trait of us as a group. I can't put my finger on what's really, why that's really been the case. But I just think, well, good on this group. I mean, no real egos, real togetherness, with the highs, the lows, like you said. We just found a way. We've obviously also made Ashton Gate our fortress. The fans this season and the support has been fantastic. It's been magnificent. It's the best I've been able to experience in my time here. And, but you do have that support and you do have that feeling. Even speaking about it at halftime the other day, you just know we're going into our crowd and we can find something here. And that's been the case. And hopefully that can still continue.
You've been here a long time now, 5.5 years, and you've kind of evolved into a leadership role, one of the more senior players. How have you found that, being a leader?
Yeah, it's come very, very natural, to be honest. I guess that's the evolution of a player. Going through the years, you go from a young lad who you're looking up to players and you're looking up to the senior players to one day becoming that. And it happens without you really realizing it, because inside I still feel like a young lad. I still feel like I look at others and I see, and I see myself in them. But I'm now here. I'm now that senior player. It's just about taking all the experiences which I've gained over the years, being able to kind of be that role model essentially, and looking back and taking bits from other professionals along the way that helped curve my career to become the player that I've become today.
You said that there's been kind of a natural evolution, but over the past 5 seasons as well, we've had gradual improvement season on season. That's not as easy as it sounds as well. So what have the squad and what have the club been doing to ensure that it's gradual improvement season upon season?
Yeah, I just think I come in at a time where, we probably had more ambition of potentially getting to the position that we're in, and through various different reasons, we kind of took a knock to that, and we kind of got railroaded from, I guess, what was short-sighted, and the kind of club got back on the trail and started to rebuild, and we've gotten to the stage now. And for me as an individual, it's gotten easier in recent times to perform well. I think, like you said, I think everything comes together. The off-the-pitch stuff, the group, the management, is starting to all to come together. And for me to be having one of my better seasons at the more tail end of my career is a good thing. But I always felt like the ability and the reason I was brought in was for that. I struggled through times to probably for this club to see the best of me, and for them to be seeing it more regularly this season is a good feeling. I always knew I was capable of that with the right style, the right management, and the right approach. And to be getting the opportunities now in such an important time, I'm just grateful. And irrespective of the goals, it's about having a real impact on the group. And for me, I feel like I can really finally feel like I said, like I'm doing that.
You mentioned their impact on the group that you can make. You've got previous playoff experience when you're in your time at Huddersfield. Will you be drawing on those experiences going into these next couple of days?
I'm guessing I will be. I've tried not to. I think friends and family definitely are, but yeah, it's a completely different time. It's a completely different setup. I know what that was like. I know it was, for myself, it was, best moments of my career to go on and go through the playoffs and get promoted with Huddersfield at the time. So yeah, I have experienced it. Only a few others in the squad maybe have, and others will be reliant on maybe some advice in the time, so I have to keep it cool. But yeah, just trying to be as present as possible, trying to play the occasion. It's a different game, different opposition, obviously, and I guess it feels like it's bigger stakes at the table.
You mentioned there different opposition. Sheffield United, a side that 90 points would have normally been an automatic promotion side. What kind of challenge do you think they will be?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to be a big challenge. To get 90 points and knock up automatically is it's a soccer blow. The two teams that went up in Burnley and Leeds, obviously, were superior to them. But I think they'll be very proud of what they accomplished this season. They ran it very close to the end. You know, got a really, really good squad. Probably £100 million squad. I would say they have some top talent and real match winners. A team that we've been able to perform really well against as well this season. So, you know, we have to find within ourselves what it's going to take, find what we've done well, and try and replicate that again and get the results we want.
Being a first leg on Thursday night, does that change your approach at all?
Not really. I mean, you have to win over two legs. You can't win the tie in the first leg, but you could definitely give yourself a real uphill task, of course, in not performing well. So we know you can't win it. We can't win it on Thursday. Sorry, but we can definitely give ourselves our best chance. But at the gate, we've put on some amazing performances this year. I felt like we should have beat them this season at the gate as well. So, yeah, I think it's important that we perform really well. We don't worry about the second leg. We try our best to win the first leg. And if we don't, we know we then have to go to Sheffield and get a result.
You built up such a strong connection with the community, the fan base, the city. So what's your final message to the Bristol City supporters?
Yeah, like you said, I have built it. You know, I really feel like a real local now. Haven't been here for so long. Know so many people in the city. I feel like I've grown to become, you know, somewhat of a fan favorite, and my connection with the community and the city as a whole has grown in the time period. But it's quite simple, you know, come out, get behind us, enjoy the occasion, be the 12th man that they've been, and really rally us on. You know, we'll be out there giving it 110% for sure. Yeah, get down to the gate nice and early, enjoy it. That just bring the energy, bring the oomph, and we'll do what we have to do as players and perform, and hopefully we can take a step in the right direction on tomorrow.